Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, David Mccullough, here with another podcast. You can see the view back here is a little different. Just my apartment, so no studio. This is basically the studio for now, but that's just like I'm trying to get. So yeah, if you follow this podcast slash YouTube video, so I do Spotify podcasts and YouTube videos, and it's just sort of like a show that I do that and so what I did was sorry, I'm looking at my phone. um I just used my full legal name sort of sort of an NFT to just make stuff behind, as opposed to like a company or a show name, because legally that's all I own is my name. I have no legal ownership in any specific business, and that includes my parents' business, because my dad just sent me a message about that, saying don't misrepresent that you own, you're a property owner and all this stuff. And okay, I got on LinkedIn and said I'm a property owner and blah blah blah, and when you search for me you'll find that. But like, if LinkedIn wants to remove that, they can. If they want to leave it up, they can. But it was just, so basically, what I've tried to do is kind of in the same way uh, my parents have acquired real estate. It's not where like I'm living a life of luxury or anything. Don't get me wrong. I'm really not at all, and neither are they, because it's, you know, re, how's it, real estate is often an investment to sort of hedge against inflation, and so far it has been a good investment. And when they started this whole thing, I mean, he was talking about how there was going to be inflation and the economies would fall apart, and that's kind of what has happened. But he was right. So, and if he had not invested in it, my parents had not invested, both of them, then I don't know what money we would have, because one good thing about investing in assets is, you can, houses can appreciate in value. They can rise in value, as opposed to like cars and boats and clothes and even electronics. What if you could get an electronic? Oh, this is perfect. What if you could get like a computer that would appreciate in value as years go by? I had this idea a while ago. And by the way, I'm David McCullough, DavidMcCulloughCash. Search for me on Google, Bing, and DuckDuckGo. Luckily, DuckDuckGo has now got my listings right. And these are like MLS listings to me. These are like real estate listings to me. And not everybody can say that. Like, you Google somebody else's name and you don't find that. And so it's just uh so yeah, but it's been anyway. So that's just the story. That's just my story. So, and it's a true story. And I think there's a lot of people in media that are telling a false story, and they've got like some hidden background, and they're like, it's not their real name. And I'm not judging those people, but I'm just saying I've had to be really honest about how I how I got started in rap music, and then started getting into podcasts, and now what I want to do is I'm going to try to film a few documentaries in my city here of Huntsville, and I'm not sure where I'll start, but it'll be nearby since I don't have a car. But like, I sort of played myself on the whole car thing, but I but but like, I can't afford a car now, so I ride a bike or I walk, and it keeps me in shape, which is which might be worth all the hassle it is to do that. But um So yeah, but I'm thinking about filming a documentary at the homeless shelter or the college or the comedy club, maybe the news station. But what I what I'm excited about is my dad has gotten me a birthday present, a video editor from Amazon that I'm not going to say which brand yet, but I need it to make like a professional video and put all the effects on it and put all the clips together. But with I can film just with my phone, and I don't think I'm going to need a professional camera. But if I do, I can. I've got a little bit of Christmas money I can use. But that money goes a long way because I always typically will buy electronics or something like this computer I have now, which is an Acer. Uh, I got for Christmas. So it's not like a lot of money, but it's a few $100s to buy to get what I want for Christmas. And you know, my uncle just came into town, and he actually gave me a sketch pad to so I can. I mean, he actually is really artistic, and he like writes. He like takes pictures of everyone, just random people, and he he'll draw sketches of people he meets, and he's always done that. But anyway, why tell you this? Why not? Because I didn't plan out what I was going to say, and I've got a little bit of time to talk about whatever I want to talk about. So, oh yeah, and I know if you look. Oh wait, okay. Next, we went to go eat at 88 Buffet. 88 Buffet is this really good Chinese restaurant near Mad near Madison. Like if you keep going on Highway 72, you'll get you'll get there. It's in a shopping center, but anybody can get on Google Maps and find it. But it was it's really good. It's like only $10 for like all you can eat. And I went there with a construction crew I was working with a few years ago, and then I wanted to go back, so we went back a few weeks ago, and then we went back again with my uncle Bruce and my dad. But and you know what? He he's a good guy. So but we also went to Providence and Madison, which and saw the car show, which was pretty cool. But I thought it was a car auction. I wasn't sure what it was, but it was. But obviously there had to be. They were like really classic custom cars, like a '57 Chevy was one thing they had. Like some of the first cars ever built in the early 20s, 1920s. So, but I had thought that had to be people there that were, you know, trying to buy the cars from the people just showing them cars. Because why would you just drive your car all the way to a car show just to show it, or maybe you're interested in selling it. So obviously you can flip those cars, and like if you know what you're doing, I mean, there's people like Jay Leno. I don't know if you remember him from the Tonight Show, anyone, but he he's got a custom car collection that he spent, I guess, a fortune on. But if that's how you want to spend your money, then yeah, collectible cars aren't might not be the worst investment because it doesn't depreciate really because you just park it somewhere, and you're not driving it anywhere, so you're not accumulating miles on it. You're not getting like they'll stay in garages for years and years with nobody driving it. So technically, that's not going to depreciate unless somebody tampers with it. That's a pretty solid investment, I would think, and that'd be a good business to get into. And like I was talking about business again, and Gary Vee is somebody I follow along with Joe Rogan. These are the only people I follow. Gary Vee Audio Experience and the Joe Rogan Experience. These are about the only people I follow on Spotify, but I suggest you follow them also because they're good. You might have heard of Joe Rogan, but Gary Vee's a little lesser known, but he's a genius business person, and he's just he talks about empathy and kindness and why it's important to treat people the right way and stuff. And but uh, but anyway, oh, let me get to this. I was thinking, you know, I'm doing my podcast, I'm doing these YouTube videos. I need I need sponsors, you know, and so I reached out, as they say, reached out on Twitter, in quotes. That means in quotes. But I reached out on Twitter and I just asked, like, I think it was Taco Bell, KFC, Acer, Samsung, uh, Publix, Kroger, just everything I could, all the random companies I could think of, Microsoft, and asked them just if any of them would sponsor my show. And like, so they give me the information and I do like a commercial for like 30 seconds. And they set the price at $2,400 a year or $200 a month. And I felt like that's fair, and I feel like I have an audience, and I feel like it's underappreciated and underreported, and I'm still working on this YouTube page. And what I tried to say on my Twitter page was that as soon as I get these funds in, the the production quality will increase, because if I can't, you know, I've got to have a certain amount of money, bringing in a certain amount of money to be able to keep up, you know, keep a good show going. You know, otherwise things kind of fall apart. And so yeah, if I could just get, and if they would pay up front, that'd be perfect. That'd be better for me. But still, 200 a month was might be just as good, because, and then I have two sponsors. Now I've got 400 a month. Now I've got 4,800. And like, you know, I feel like I just I like being a part of the conversation. I like talking about things. I like discussing things that other people might not want to discuss, and filming it. And speaking of filming, I don't know if I mentioned the documentary that I was working on, but yeah, I did. I think. Uh, so I'm gonna have to get approval from these places around town in Huntsville, whoever it is, to let me film there. But you know, I can do that. I can send. I'm gonna contact them ahead of time and say. I mean, I might. But you know, but now I'm getting the video editing software for my birthday. So thanks to my dad and his contribution, my parents, you know, both of them, and basically, I'm gonna mix all these video clips I have up into one big video, and I hope I got the right software. I was kind of a gamble. I wasn't sure which one. I wasn't sure what to get, but um, okay, I'll go ahead and say what I got. It's Corel, Corel. So you can. It was $159. It's already been ordered. Um, if I hope I'm impressed. So I thought it looked like a good product, and you know, we'll see. But uh, but yeah, it and like, you know, you can pretty much find anything on Amazon. It's, again, Amazon could be a sponsor, but like what I noticed was like all these people that had these podcasts had these like small sponsors, and that I had never heard of. And I thought, what about these big sponsors? What about, you know, Doritos and Pepsi and Gap and Polo and uh, what's the fashion, Gucci, or like Nike, Adidas. Like, I'm thinking of all of Kanye West's sponsors, because like I follow Kanye, and like, hey, how did Kanye get to that level to do all that? He must have had to go and somehow approach those. I mean, did they approach him, or did he approach them to get those deals? And so that's the closest I could get, because when I went on the KFC website, and I went on the Samsung website, and I tried to see if there was a way to contact anybody about that, and I couldn't get through to anybody. So, but with Twitter, it's a direct, you know, just that might be the person running the company, really, if they're running the Twitter page, or at least somebody that has access to, you know, a decision maker. Sorry, you don't see the hand motions with me, right? Because that's a Hollywood thing they train you to do. Is like do like this and this and this and this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it gets on my nerves because people will overdo will overdo those hand motions, and it's like it's just annoying. And so, but here you can see my polo. I'm wearing polo, so do I have a deal with polo? I have a black polo shirt, but I'm talking about it. I'm saying, well, look, that's a real polo. This is a real polo shirt too. So obviously you have the button here. You have 2 buttons, the collar. I've got another one somewhere, but so does that give me a deal with polo? No, but it gives me a like anything I have up here is so here I've got an LG phone, uh, a Samsung phone. Here's more stuff. Oh, here's my Cash App card at cash symbol J Muskov Twitter. But nobody sent me. I've never received a Cash App payment though, but I do have a card. And then one time I tried to give this guy $25 so he would send his girlfriend over to my place, but it wasn't anything illegal. It was just like I was just trying to test Cash App to see. It was. I'm just joking. I mean, I'm not, but it was like it was ridiculous because $25 isn't going to do anything. And they were like, I don't even know who it was. I think they were just random scammers or something. But like, I've gotten a real amounts of money through Venmo and PayPal from my dad. Not like a lot, but like enough. $20 here and there, $30 here and there, for whatever for stuff I need, and or money he owed me from work, and and so and even like maybe Home Depot could sponsor me because we've got the real estate business, but I don't want to name drop that every 5 seconds because it's like you know it, it can be dramatic sometimes. It's and and I don't want to overplay my hand in family business. But I would say that I learned a lot from business, not just working with my parents, but from working. I mean, look, if I knew a lot about business, I guess I'd have more money. But the whole situation with video media stuff is that it's in flux, and it's like the systems don't totally exist yet for me to do what I want to do online. But um, oh, and another thing, but these documentaries are the next thing I'm doing, and I'm excited about doing them. I'm gonna have my video editor. I'm gonna have my phones, and that should be enough. And I just transfer the videos through USB cable uh, into my laptop. So yeah, and so anybody can follow this podcast or this YouTube series if you're interested in doing digital media as a profession, which is sort of what I am trying to do. But it isn't always easy. And like you see other videos of me where I'm like 20 pounds heavier. That's because I was 20 pounds heavier, and I have to diet to stay skinny and stuff, and or somewhat skinny. And so but I still left those videos up because I that was what I made, and I didn't want to take it down. And if we look at a video now and 10 years from now, well, that's going to look different, et cetera, et cetera. So, but I think it's good to have a face to go with a name. So, like I said, I'm David McCullough Cash, DavidMcCulloughCash. My story is I got started in rap music in 2006 after quitting my job as an insurance agent because I was really into Lil Wayne and DJ Khaled and all that stuff, and I still am. But and so, but yeah, I got instrumentals from Lil Wayne and just rapped over them. But Like it was ineligible. It was in our you couldn't even understand it. But I still made the CD anyway and tried to give it to a friend of a rapper of a that I'm not gonna name, but he was a big deal for a while. But he wouldn't let. He never like I. What if that guy had let me on the song though? You know what I'm saying? What if he had let me get the feature on the song? Because that's how you make the money. But he didn't do that, and I think he could have done that. But like sometimes it's hard. You can't be the person you want to be, or at least you can't do what you want to do because of okay. First of all, my dad's a doctor, or his dad's a doctor. It's gonna look bad if your son's making all this weird rap music and it becomes like some big deal. But um, so I'm not even doing rap music anymore. Okay, and I don't. But it was fun, and it was a way to get started uh, with with stuff, and learn how to how to just make audio broadcast, and that led to podcast later. So anyway, um, okay. Also, find me on Twitter at jmuskov at jmuskov, and my other page is at anti Chris Allah, not Christ, Chris anti Chris Allah. I made the. It's a weird name, but it was just the only thing I could think of. And sometimes I'll make a name, and now I have two pages, so instead of just one. And you can go to my Facebook, David Trump. I try to make it as non-political as possible, but when I started the page, I was convinced Trump was going to win, and I also, uh, I mean, I'm just a fan of Donald Trump. I'm a fan of Joe Biden sometimes. I mean, but uh, I follow politics. I try, um, but it is not my intention to anger any politician at all. But I see myself as a politician in my own way, and you kind of have to be to navigate all this space and media, and sometimes they want you to talk about them because even if you don't say the nicest thing about them, they still get their name mentioned, and people didn't even I didn't even know that guy existed. Now I know about I don't know Tommy Tuberville from Huntsville or whichever district he's in, or the senator from wherever. I think he's a senator, but he was a foot. All these NFL people are taking over politics. So there's Tommy Tuberville, there's Katie Britt, there's for senator here in Alabama. But this isn't like but I don't have the whole Alabama crowd around me helping me to do this. You know what I'm saying? Because that crowd isn't exactly. I mean, I would just say there's some people that I follow. Who's the guy? Ricky Garcia or something. He goes around all these restaurants and like grades the restaurant. I like that guy. I think that's his name. And then there's like, but uh, there's the local news media there, and I watch that sometimes. But like, um, but I already got in touch with this comedy club about stand up live about doing a comedy show there. But like, this is like kind of comedy, but like I started writing jokes, and then it just became like notes, and then like sometimes comedy I think is ironic. So this like let me think of something funny. Okay, what is funny? Hmm. I'll tell you what's funny. When when someone has their laptop open at work, and then they have a porn site open and their boss sees it. That's funny. Or that has happened at school before. Like when I was in school, teachers would have like personal, maybe not a porn site, but like personal stuff on their computer would pop up on their on their laptop they were doing like their presentation with. I thought that was funny. Um, but I think the type of comedy that I like is not the type of that tears people down and makes fun of them, you know, because there is that kind of comedy also. But like I've been really following like Joe Rogan and his whole all these comics that he keeps having on, and all they do is talk about the Comedy Store, this place in LA, I think, where they all got their start. But and all we hear about is Chris Rock and how he's the greatest comedian ever, and he got slapped by Will Smith. But like these people got started in places that were not the internet, though, you know. But I don't know. I guess I'm just trying to think about this, and so like I said, anybody might be interested if you're like trying to see how to get into some media career or some sort of production thing level thing, or just like you're an entrepreneur, and that's basically all I am. And I'm not really like, it's not gonna, it's just I enjoy like making videos like this, and so it's just what I feel like doing, but anyway, I stay tuned for those documentaries. This has been almost 30 minutes, but somebody's gonna watch it because look, if you can watch Elon Musk for 30 minutes, you can watch me for 30 minutes. And and also the Tesla robot that he's just unveiled, I would say I have some critiques about it, and it includes the exposed wires, which could get caught on something or um, be vulnerable to water. And the robot moves really slowly. Seems like it moves more slowly than a human, a lot more slowly. And then also but besides that, it is cool that they built it, and it's like a prototype. But that's going to be really scary if there's no more jobs and it's just all Tesla robots. But I don't know, just but okay. And here's Twitter Spaces. So I'm going to go read all the Twitter Spaces, which is an audio hangout on Twitter. Bad advice with NFT plus 3 NFTs, digital creators. Okay, next one. Plus 5 Map Out Monday. Crypto Cave Club. Chinese letters I don't understand, so I don't know what that is. The D there's always Chinese spaces though. Underground Violet Rave. NFT sales made easy. 441 the X Spectacular. Ginger Avax is speaking. Mega Mint Monday. Rug Radio. Sean Ohio is here. NFT Daily Dose. NFT Chill Sharing. Okay, so yeah, you know what? I'll let you guys get a sample of Twitter Spaces. I hope my video doesn't get banned, but I don't think it will be because it's really a promotion for Twitter. But I'm gonna pick one, and I guess I'll pick the spectac. Okay, but keep in mind these videos are gonna get a lot better. But here's Twitter Spaces. This is just the beginning of the videos.
The best developers, and here's how you can get in touch with them. So it seems like different blockchains solve this problem differently, and maybe maybe I'm completely way off, but I do want to give a chance to some of the other projects to come up and continue the conversation with us. In about 5 or so minutes, we're going to start inviting up some XRPL
Oh, we're
projects.
sponsored by Polo,
Looking at you, Club XRPL,
Doritos,
XRPL,
Pepsi,
White Sag,
Gap,
and Wild
and
Sag,
Nike.
Galaxy
That's my
Astro. I'm going to
sponsors.
start inviting you up. When I invite you, you won't bring you up to stage
That's
right
my
away. I'll
dream
just put
list
you
of
in the queue.
sponsors.
But when we move some of the projects up here down,
Oh
we're
yeah,
going to
maybe
bring you
Twitter
up and continue the
Spaces.
convo. And by the way, in this next segment, it's going to be like a rotating door. So speakers are going to go up and down a lot. So I just want to give everyone a heads up. But that does not by any stretch mean that you will not be brought back up.
But man, somebody's gonna hold on a second. Somebody's gonna do it, and so that's just Twitter Spaces. That's just an example. Somebody's gonna do it and unlock I may have unlocked this whole market for people because you have, like I said, there's these tiny little places that you've never heard of, and like even like there's a whole market to reach in these and I have people that watch these videos, and it's not, it's the numbers are being censored, the real numbers are being censored, and I just I can tell because I hear the feedback about it. And anyway, I've actually I'm actually waiting on a ship it order now. A ship it. It's ship it versus Instacart really, I guess, but we use ship it, so me and my family and our stupid family business, and so that's one of the benefits I get for free groceries. But uh, I we got to keep the numbers low to preserve the money, so I don't eat like fancy food. But when we first started using it, though, I had a higher budget, but the budget's pretty low, so it's like, and like with inflation, I mean, look, oh yeah, and I said that, so Ship It would be another potential sponsor. So I feel like any place that I use regularly or I have used in the past, and like the service or product or whatever, that would be open season for a them to sponsor me, for me to approach them to sponsor. So like, uh, and so you have this group of people. Just because I didn't go to grow up at the comedy store, the comedy whatever comedy club, and do shows there, didn't mean I haven't made good YouTube videos and good podcasts that I was really proud of, and was like, yeah, this is a really good one, and this was something that was interesting, and so, but you look at this and it's like, well, he's just in his apartment. What is this? Well, I'm getting this video editing software where I can have a green screen behind me so you won't see all that. You'll just see, like, hopefully a clear image of whatever I want to put up behind me, so I won't need to be in a studio and paying I mean, then I've got to pay a lease for $1,000 a month for a studio, and then I've got to make sure nobody breaks in there or messes with the equipment and just leave equipment there. Leave my computer there. Am I really going to do that? I mean, and then like I said, uh, and you got to thanks to Microsoft for this, and Acer for this excellent technology. But and not to mention when you see people, and this is where I first learned about all this, but back when I was doing music, is that they have all these fake mixing boards and all this stuff in their studio, but all you really need is a laptop, and you can make a good rap song, and a microphone. And it doesn't even have to be like a microphone that's mounted on the ceiling. It can be like a plug-in USB microphone. But I do have one of those also from Logitech. But like, okay, can Logitech be a sponsor? Because I always use Logitech microphones. I mean, because that's the like so like I feel like if I'm going to spend my money on something, then maybe those companies will be like, okay, maybe we will give you a chance. And by the way, the rates are $2,400 a year, and you can pay at upfront, or $200 a month paid monthly. And so I mentioned like your company in a 30-minute thing where you can tell me what to say, or I can just say whatever I want to say promoting it. But I obviously don't want to just be repeating what somebody told me, but I'm just throwing out a bunch of different brands right now. Nike, I've got blue Nikes. Um, I got from Amazon. I got a Straight Talk wireless plan from Walmart. I got a. We just went to the vitamin shop to get some supplements. There's another place. So any of these places could like. I mean, all you got to do is Google, Bing, or DuckDuckGo. David McCullough Cash, DAVID, MCCULLOUGHCASH. You can search for David Cash on the Internet Archive. You can go to iTunes, Apple iTunes, and find my first recordings on David Chambers, Illuminati Records. It was based on Tupac's last album, Illuminati, and then that was the name. That was supposed to be the record label. And I went around like trying to give people my CD, and then nobody wanted my CD. So I just ended up uploading to iTunes, and I've done that with a few songs I still have on where like on Spotify, because if you can upload like a 3 hour podcast, you can upload a 3 minute song. So I just uploaded songs as podcasts, and but that's pretty much the same as a record deal. And okay, like I said, I've been ahead of markets in media stuff for a while, and okay, I think I over. Oh no, I went too far. Oh no. Let's see if I can upload this. 36 minutes. Maybe they'll let me upload, but if I mess this up, then I'll put it on the Internet Archive. So, oh well. And like I said, search my name for the last time. It's DABIDMCCULLOUGHCASH. Google, Bing, DuckDuckGo, and it matters to be at #1 on those search engines. It really does. So you can try the same thing if you want, and maybe you'll be more or less successful than me. But that's just what I wanted to do.